What's up, you wonderful people? Sun's coming up, so I thought I better go ahead and like talk about today, this day that just happened. Yeah, I had a big idea for it. It involved like spray paint and like cool, but now I'm using this dry erase board. Is what it is. You know, I think a lot about yes theory and no theory. I realize I'm very bad at no theory. I say yes to so many things. It's kind of reverse engineer the day, and let me show you where I went wrong. I ended up, I think I had my alarm set for 3:30. Ended up sleeping until 7:30, so in that way, I was kind of saying like yes to my future self so that I was less tired in the future. Let's write down future self, future self. But in so doing, I was also kind of saying no to Amber. I'm not gonna help you with the girls this morning, right? So then when I woke up and I had to start editing my vlog, I was saying yes to my fellow creators, yes to my audience, but also kind of no to Amber, kind of no to Finley and Avery. I think Finley came into my room like 3 times when I was editing, and each time I was like, oh, that's so great, sweetie. But I couldn't like get up and play with her, right? I was getting my vlog finished, which was awesome. And that's also like kind of saying yes to my future self, right? In a way, it's saying yes to Amber because she believes in my missions and goals. It's kind of saying yes to Finley and Avery, like definitely audience, definitely fellow creators. Thing was, because I was doing my vlog, I wasn't doing the recap video for Blake that I had shot the night before and wanted to do the night before, but didn't end up doing because I got sidetracked by the vlog. So good for fellow creators, not so good for Blake. At the same time that this is all going on, like I'm still at my house and it's like 10 a.m. I'm not in the office with Christian and Josiah. You know, Josiah doesn't really care where I am, but Christian, my business partner, he's probably starting to wonder like, you know, Cody, are you just working on this vlog or are you working on Cap Collective? You know what I mean? Like, what do you do anymore? So, you know, there's a little bit of that in play. Krista, my other business partner. Now we got all those people. Then at 11 o'clock, my chiropractor called because I had a chiropractic appointment. Let's just be honest, the only person I'm hurting by not going to my chiropractor appointment is me. Okay, so that's a lot. You know, there's a lot of people pulling me in different directions, right? Thing was, at 12:15, I had a meeting. And I kept looking at the clock thinking, I'm gonna be able to hit that meeting. Other thing was, I didn't know what that meeting was about. There was no notes in my calendar. I just knew I was meeting with a person at 12:15. Kept thinking I'm gonna hit it, ended up not hitting it. I ended up texting them saying I was gonna be late. Ended up late for that new time. That was a bummer. That's like the worst thing. You never wanna do that. Never be late for the time that you say you're gonna be late for. So that ended up being a client, like a potential future client. It went well and fine, you know. I think we had a good meeting. I think we're gonna work together. I'm excited about it. But because I was meeting with that client, meant I was taking away from past clients. Uh-oh, my marker's starting to run out. There's a project that I should have done. I should have done this project like a long time ago. It's still not done. Thankfully, he's my friend. He's like giving me a lot of space. We're gonna get into space and space theory. He did end up texting me last night at like 10:15. Hey man, have you thought about working on my thing? I'm like, yeah man, I'm working on it tomorrow. So basically, all of these people are completely important to me. You know, I'm somewhere in the middle. Here. Let's just say like I'm right here. So here's space theory. There's yes theory, there's no theory. I'm like both a yes and a no person. I understand the value in both of them. Yes, for opportunities. No, to give yourself space and freedom. But like then what if you're shutting down opportunities? It's just really hard to know. You know, we've talked about this before. It's hard to know. Space theory is basically just this idea that in order for me to continue to do anything, to have a relationship with all of these or any of these entities, obviously I need to prioritize my family, like that's super important, but I also need to prioritize for my family, my business relationships with my clients, my past clients, my potential future clients. They all kind of intermix, so they're not ordered right, and like I'd love to see a diagram that like really did this really well. You know how they make those ones on the internet and you're like, man, how did you so perfectly encapsulate like the visual representation of what I'm talking about? If anyone wants to make that, feel free. As I kind of require space, let's say, from Blake to go over to a future client, as like this dot moves this way, that's space, right? Blake's giving me space, whether I asked him for it or not. Thing was, as I was leaving that client meeting, I got texts from like legit text messages from 4 different people like with 4 legit questions. Friends, good friends that I didn't want to just say, hey, I'm sorry, I'm on the run, I can't talk now. And no, like I haven't even responded to them yet because text messages for me, they just go down to the bottom and then I forget to respond to them. So that's friends. Did I even put friends on this thing? Friends isn't even on here yet. Friends. I ran out of marker. Friends. Friends. I also didn't put I haven't called my mom in like 2 weeks or 3. Family. Oh. Friends and family. How am I doing on exposure? The sun's rising, you'll have to forgive me. As I move toward one person, I generally require space from another person or a bunch of other people. And then as I start to feel like those people have given me too much space, I start to move back towards those people, or more normally specifically towards one of them, which requires space from all of the other ones. It's hard to say yes, it's hard to say no. I want to create more space. Like when you say no, you just create more space in this whole game, but you also basically like take somebody off the list in a sense, right? It's complicated. What I'm saying is right now I'm living in space theory, which just means in order to have successful relationships with all of these people, or even half of these people really, I require space from each one to make mistakes, like to not live up to the expectations of what it means to have that relationship. And so far, like that's been working. But as I add more and more people to the mix, like the little area in the middle that is working for everybody is getting kind of smaller and smaller. And so do I want to stop adding things? No, I totally want to keep, like I want all of this. I want everything that I have, you know, and I want more. I want more. I understand that that might be like, you know, impossible. I totally get that. I totally get it. I'm just saying, I'm gonna mistakenly say yes to things. I'm gonna mistakenly say yes to people. I'm gonna mistakenly say no to people. I'm gonna mistakenly require too much space from some people and mess up. This is all, like, this is where I'm at right now. This is where I'm at, and I'm okay with it, but I just wanted to explain it. I'm so thankful, like I'm so incredibly thankful for all of these people in my life who have given me so much space in this time. Amber and I made kind of like a commitment to each other that if she ever feels like I'm taking too much space towards others, she's just gonna tell me right away, like, that's too much space, like, come back, I need you back here for this time right now. And like, that's like the covenant of marriage, you know what I mean? Like, that's like what we signed up for, and I absolutely love that. But I don't have that with everybody else on this list, you know? Like future clients, like, they don't even know me yet. They don't even know that, like, this is where I'm at, this is where I'm living, so it's an interesting place to be. I'm so incredibly thankful to be here, but I'm gonna have to start saying no to more stuff. I've said this like 40,000 times in different vlogs now, but it's just hard for me to know what to say no to and what to say yes to. I never wanna miss an opportunity. We've talked about this before. We've totally talked about this before. But yeah, I just kinda wanna keep doing right by everybody, and I can't always do that. Also, our air conditioning broke last night, and our washer's been broken for a while, and we need a new shower because it has a crack in it that I've like taped and tried to repair, but it hasn't worked. So that's requiring space from something. Hopefully I can cut this together in some coherent way. Oh, there was something I wanted to say. Oftentimes for me, I start to think I need to interact with my audience. I should just do that while I'm driving. I just recorded that in my parking lot. That didn't really happen, but seriously, do not internet and drive. That's not an option, all right? There's no space there. There's no space for mistakes there. Let's get this thing. Let's get today. Guess what happened? Josiah got a one wheel. I had a meeting scheduled with Blake, but then he had to cancel it because he had another thing, which made me feel so happy. So now I'm like gonna go get a crepe or something by myself. Just a little bit of headspace. Headspace is important.